Hey folks, it's John. I am the editor and production tech for the Two Point Perspective podcast, here to let you know that I did experience some audio complications towards the beginning of this episode. Every time I switched to one of the personal cams, I had an audio clip playing that I wasn't aware of for the first 10 minutes or so. So I apologize. You'll probably hear some of that. If you want to skip past it, then I would just say, fast forward through the first 10 or 11 minutes and everything gets clear after that. Um, Otherwise, it's pretty sparse. It does pop up, but it really dominates the kind of audio space when it does. Either way, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys bearing with me and with us while we kind of adjust to the new setup and doing everything live. And yeah, can't wait to keep putting out more episodes for y'all. Thanks.
What up, Depth Chart? It's your boy, young broadcaster Jared Young, here on the set of the new 2 Point Perspective with my co-host Miles on the mic, Miles Sweeney, for episode 33. How you doing today, Miles? Yeah, no issues today, which is awesome because last week, dude, we were kind of getting going here for like an extra hour just trying to get everything set up. It kind of sucked because literally the day before Wednesday, everything was going great. Of course, we come in on Thursday and it's a mess.
Can't even step on a wire without something
I know
stopping.
we were like tiptoeing around
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. But it's great to be here. It's great to have you guys here on the live. Thank you so much. If you're joining from the YouTube live, we appreciate you. You're getting a really high quality experience from there, which is cool. If you're joining from the TikTok live, we still appreciate you. But the link for the YouTube live is in the chat, so check that out. You'll just be able to get more sound effects. You'll be able to hear our mics, and the viewing experience is just a little bit higher quality. But we still appreciate you anyway.
Absolutely.
And dang, you know what? I forgot, Miles. I forgot our sponsor for today. Today's episode is brought to you by Dream Crushers. Are you a UConn fan who recently had their dream crushed by Michigan? Good. Dream Crushers, because nothing hits harder than a dream that also comes true. Good.
I like that. It is good.
Yeah, it is good, man.
Yeah,
I was happy to see that.
We'll get into that
yeah,
too.
we'll chat about it.
Yeah.
But we got some big things coming up this week. Not just the episode itself, but we actually have the dual threat bet punishment. Our very first dual threat bet season 1 punishment is coming up on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sunday
This
the 12th.
upcoming Sunday. The plan is to go live at 4:30, so please check that out. It should be an experience for some.
Experience for everyone.
I I personally am not looking forward to it.
Or should you be?
Yeah,
That's horrible.
If you guys don't know, the punishment for season 1, I have to lose it right away. The punishment for season 1 is a beer mile, and unfortunately partaking in this beer mile solo. We're not going to tell where to be doing it because, frankly, I don't want anybody else that doesn't need to be there. But you will get to see it live. And hopefully, if Miles is kind, he'll pan away when I am not feeling very good.
I will do you the courtesy of doing that.
I really appreciate that. I was trying to find something as light as possible that I was going to be able to run with. I haven't run a mile in years. It's been a long time since I've like done like an official mile. And on top of that, I also can't drink like at all. Like I'm a terrible
You
drinker.
haven't shotgun a beer in a couple.
Yeah, it's been a couple years since I've shotgun the beer as well. And I'm going to be doing 4 of them along with 4 loads. So but yeah, check it out. April 12th. Yeah,
Sunday.
April 12th, Sunday at 4:30, and we will be posting, trying to put out some reminders for that. So please stay tuned for that. But additionally, we have our season 2 dual threat bet for episode 33 this week, and we got don't know what's going to happen there. Last week, we talked about Denver and San Antonio, and I picked San Antonio, you picked Denver, and Denver won that game, but it was like a really high-scoring game. I mean, it was 134 to 132
Close
final
game
score.
in overtime, yeah.
Yeah, very good game. I don't expect with what we have, I don't expect this game to be as good, but it's still a that game for Michigan. And this game is actually on Sunday because there are no defense out there. So the regular season is this upcoming Sunday. All right, I got the coin here. Thank you, Marlo, for the rose. And Miles, as per the usual, call it in the air, bud.
For the usual, tails.
We're doing it
Stevie.
again.
We need
We're
Stevie
doing
to
it
come in
again.
here, read us the coin. Was it tails?
It doesn't count because it landed on the
I
ground.
know. I just might change my strategy.
All right, are you sticking with tails?
I'll call it in the air. Tails.
It was tails, Miles. So you get to pull this week. Yes, tough because we actually have some kind of tough ones in there.
We do.
Yeah.
But that's how you cap off the NBA season.
All right, Miles. Here's the money. Here's the money.
And I am on the comeback.
Yeah, I don't know if
I win this.
I don't know about all that. But I mean, you did win 2 weeks in a row.
Yikes. Okay, I got Jamal Murray plus 25.5 points.
Ooh, man, I hope the Joker goes off.
On that team right now.
That's
so
no joke, man. It's no
joke.
The Joker is no joke.
Joker's no joke, but Murray's no joke either. He's going to get me at least 30.
I don't know about all that, Miles, but I'm getting your hats ready for the punishment at the end of the season, so you better start practicing those free throws.
Well, Michigan definitely practiced a lot of free throws. Because that is what won them the game. And we're going to do the stat breakdown for each team, but that was the overall consensus of, that's been the buzz after the game.
Mm-hmm.
They even asked Dan Hurley about the officiating, to which he didn't comment on it, but that was the reason why they won the game.
Dan Hurley didn't say anything.
No, it's kind of he's trying to get me to say something.
Getting riled up.
Yeah, but that was the overall consensus. They won that game because of free throws.
Mm-hmm.
The differentiator, that's even a word.
Differentiation.
Yeah. See,
I
there you
don't
go.
even know if that's the. Well, Miles, do you want me to go first, or
You can
want
go first, my
okay,
man, yeah.
all right. So UConn took down Michigan took down UConn, 1 seed against a 2 seed, 69 to 63 was the final score of that game. It was very defensive, which that was what your prediction was that it was going to be more defensive than Michigan shot lights out against Arizona in the Final Four. But Michigan hit 20 consecutive free throws. They went 25 for 28. 20 free throws without a miss. That is impressive.
It is.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. However, the reason why it was such a low-scoring game is because Michigan only hit 2 of 15 threes.
Yeah. Yeah, they were horrible.
Yeah, that was nuts. I mean, overall in the game, the shooting was just terrible.
Oh, they both shot bad. Yeah. And I'll get into why, but that's why they kept going inside.
I think that speaks to UConn's perimeter defense too. I think that says a lot there. But Michigan won on the back of Elliot Cadeau with 19 points. And Michigan is not projected to repeat though next season, and we'll kind of get into what some of those odds are towards the end of this segment. But Miles, I have something else I want to talk about, but I want to let you give some stats on UConn.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, they only shot 16 free throws, to which they made 12, 75%. So you see that differentiation and they also out rebounded Michigan too. If you look at these stats without the score, most people would think that UConn won the game.
Yeah.
They dominated on the offensive glass. They got 32 offensive rebounds. Watching that in the first half is like just crazy because Michigan could not catch a break. They got more turnovers than assists, only 9 assists as a team throughout that game, 11 turnovers.
I think that says a lot too, though.
But like we talked about, the biggest highlight on this game was the free throws because UConn committed 22 fouls.
Oh, brutal.
So you're by far in the bonus each half by a good margin,
significant amount. Right.
And like I said, Michigan, with how poor they were shooting, they definitely made that adjustment because I think at the end of the first half, they were 1 for 14. So they shot 1 to 2 more threes in the second half. They completely abandoned that game plan. They went inside, they were attacking, and that's how they got to the free throw line.
They made the adjustment.
They made the adjustment and won them the game. 3 of the key contributors for UConn was Alex Caravan, 17 points, 11 rebounds. He got that double-double. Terrace Reed got 13 points and 14 rebounds, another double-double. And then Braylon Mullins, the ever so famous freshman who hit that crazy game winner.
Right, against Duke.
Yeah, correct. Helped push them to the national championship, got 11 points and 7 rebounds, and he didn't have the best shooting night either, 4 of 17 from the field and 3 from 10 from 3. So
now, one thing I do want to discuss is Terrace Reed Jr. So Terrace Reed Jr. played for Michigan.
And jumped at the wrong time.
Yeah, and he jumped ship at the wrong time. So either UConn or Michigan has won the national championship 3 out of the last 4 years, and Terrace Reed Jr. transferred from Michigan to UConn only to lose the national championship to his former team.
Yes.
That's got to be heartbreaking.
Oh, I'm sure
And
it is.
that guy's an animal. He's going to have a great NBA career. But how heartbreaking is that, right? You jump ship just in time for your former team to win the Natty.
And I wonder, like, what the implications of that were. Was UConn giving him more money?
Right.
Like,
yeah. What drove that decision?
Exactly, because that's got to be a soul breaker. Looking back at that now, how much do you think he regrets it? I would say a lot. So
yeah,
kids,
money
is not the only, differentiation or So
okay, so let me ask you a question here, Miles. Would you? Are we okay?
We're okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just a dribble.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Feels good on the leg. It's hot in this room though.
Yeah, it's toasty. These lights definitely heat up the room a little bit. But Miles, would you give up? Let's put it in perspective of the NIL here. Let's say $2 million. Would you give up $2 million to win the national championship? You have an NBA career ahead of you, regardless.
If I have an established NBA career ahead of me, I probably would.
Yeah.
But like sitting here right now, I've never played basketball to that competitive level. So I'd be like, give me the money.
Yeah.
But if I know that I'm a highly touted prospect and my stock is very high and I'm very confident in my NBA future, yeah, I'd give up the money.
Yeah.
To win the Natty because
it's once in a lifetime. We're back? Are we back here? Can we be? Oh, look at that. Are we live?
Yep.
All right.
We've been live for a minute.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
cool.
great.
So we're just talking about Garrett in the chat and his
It's okay because we're gonna cut all this out,
wife.
so that's fine.
Okay. All right. Great. Well, the live gets to see a lot of this, which is funny.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Yeah. Okay. Where do we pick back up from?
Yeah. You asked me a very thought-provoking question.
Yeah, I
about
did ask you a
NIL.
very thought-provoking question. So, Miles, we talked about would you give up $2 million to win the Natty? Is what we were talking about.
And the stipulation was that you have an NBA career ahead of you.
Well, assuming so, right? Like, I mean, think about so it's tough, right? If you get an injury, think about it. You're in your junior year, okay? You potentially get an injury that ends your NBA career. Right?
Yeah.
So there's still risk, right? There's never a guarantee. Maybe you have a terrible season, maybe
Mhm.
your draft stock plummets. So there's all these things that could go in, right? There's no guarantee of an NBA career. Would you risk it for 2 million and lose the
Mm.
Natty?
No, I wouldn't. I would rather win the Natty.
Okay.
Because like if I, depending on what year I am, I could just declare after that year.
That's
And
true.
just to avoid,
Yeah, be a
you
fifth
know,
year.
depending on my stock, of course, what I'm looking at. You know, without the guarantee, it makes it very difficult because like I could sit here right now and say that I'm not a college basketball player. Give me the 2 million.
Right.
I'll go wherever pays me most. But if I know that I got the future in the NBA where I'm going to make loads more money as potentially a lottery pick, then I would risk it.
Okay.
I think it's also
The John Father has something to say, folks.
something else to consider. I think is just like, when you're a professional athlete, you're like a competitor, right? So it's not always about the money. Like it's more so.
Well, have you seen some of these divas, John?
I guess
is-
it's just
It
I
is
look
kind
I
of
look at it
disgusting out there.
from like a perspective of somebody who's really competitive.
Right.
And like, if I thought I had a better chance at winning something by staying with a particular team or a roster or something, I don't see $2 million. I don't think you having like a career is more so what I'm saying. I don't think you having or not having a career laid out in front of you is as much of a motivator as just getting like a title.
I think that's interesting. I don't disagree with you. I also think that we can take a look at a lot of guys out there. For example, Kevin Durant, who could have stayed with the Warriors for the rest of his career and probably won 3 more titles if he
Right.
had stayed. And instead he chose to leave. Now, whether that's for money or because he felt like he had to do it on his own or something like that, I think that all those things play a factor. But
Of course.
you know, when we're looking at what NIL is right now, lots and lots of these players are making 100% of their decisions based on money, right?
Yeah.
They're young guys that are getting their first taste of like real big boy money,
Yeah.
and they're making decisions based on that, and that's
For-
understandable, right?
yeah.
Like, I mean, man, you offer me 2 million, I'll go to your school.
For a sport you've been playing competitively that you have like devoted your life to,
Right.
and you're just now getting paid for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I honestly, I don't.
Some
I
of
don't
these
really
some of these
blame. I
players
don't
are
blame these
staying
guys.
in college because they're going to make more money staying another year in college than they would going to the pros.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's true.
Especially if you look at the WNBA,
Mhm.
they're making way more money in college than they are in the
Yeah.
pros.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't blame these guys
Right.
really for go where you're gonna get paid. Like
Yeah.
strike while the iron's hot. Take advantage of it
Right.
because how many generations of college athletes never had that privilege before them?
Right.
You know. So and there's still going to be the competitive aspect of, you know, them as a player and a person, but the money's gonna really test that.
Hey,
It's
I'm a
gonna outweigh it.
competitive person,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man.
But you're always competing with the bank account, so
well,
you know,
and how can
who do
you
you
know
want to?
until that's a real scenario with that money really in front
Exactly.
of you, right?
Yeah.
But we have a couple more stats here that we want to lay out for you guys. So Michigan is not projected to repeat, like we like we said. However, they are projected pretty high to make the Final Four again, at the very least.
Mhm.
And so and are you cool if I just
Go for it, man.
roll these out? Okay. So Michigan, we're going to go through all the Final Four teams, and then the team that is projected to win it all next season. So Michigan has a plus 800 to repeat the Final Four. UConn is a plus 1600. Arizona is plus 1200. Illinois is plus 1800. And the favorite to win it all next season is Duke at plus 700.
And you and I both said when we were doing that research, it better not be Duke, and it was.
I know, it's too easy.
You know what that means? We got to pick them next year in our bracket so that they don't win again.
Well, yeah, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
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 Should have picked Arizona this year or something. I don't.
You think you would have been the magic elixir?
Maybe.
Them winning it?
Maybe that's what it would have taken. Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're cursed. I don't think any Nothing's gonna help
I can't
him.
believe they made it as far as they did.
Me neither. I know how elite they were, but
But guys, it is time to move on to our brand new segment, the 2-point feud. John Father.
Okay.
You are up.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were doing that so soon.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, it's
cool.
fine.
So,
Explain the rules of the 2-point
yeah,
feud for us.
I'm getting there. I needed to clear my throat. I wasn't quite ready to be, I drink my water normally before I. Anyway, so for those of you who have either been living under a rock for the last, I don't know, 40 years, or just don't know, the Family Feud is a game show in which people guess things based off of like data surveys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a fast money segment, and we're gonna have one of these lovely gentlemen leave the room, and then while they are gone, I'm going to ask them 5 questions in which they're going to give me an answer to, and then based on how popular that answer was, they're going to get in points. And then after the first person is done, then we'll invite the second contestant in, and then they will have the opportunity to answer the same exact questions. The only caveat is that they cannot repeat their answers. So we'll tally up the points at the end there, and whoever has the most points wins. So the real question is, how do we decide who's going first?
Well, I am older, Miles.
Well, see, going first is like a huge advantage. So I don't know if it should just be handed out like. Well,
because this is normally like meant to be played together, like you're working as a team.
Okay, I won the last challenge.
So, do you want the seniority rule to come in?
Well, the way I see it is that since you won the last one, you should have to go second.
I agree.
What's the point of winning then? There's got to be some kind of.
You didn't
the
have
point
to
of winning
do
is you don't have to do the punishment.
Yeah.
How about this? How about we flip the coin?
No, I think I like the idea of.
I trust Steve Harvey
don't
right
like
here.
this.
Steve Harvey knows all.
All right, Jared.
He's the gamesman.
Okay, Jared, we're gonna have you exit the room.
Jeeve Harvey, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jalix Trebek.
Oh yeah. If you guys are longtime viewers, you would remember John hosting our.
Wait,
our
did we talk
Jeopardy.
about what the punishment is? What the loser has to do first?
Oh no. So the person who loses has to twerk through the entire next segment.
That's correct.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to do their own little twerk routine, I guess, through the entire next segment. And to be honest with you, as the producer, I'm not super psyched about it, but I guess
I don't even know how this is gonna work. We're just gonna. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm predicting it's gonna sound like there's like a hurricane in the room.
Notes on the sofa, mic in front, just going. You
Yeah,
better warm up.
I'm gonna have
those
to
hips
move
while
the
you're out
mic
there.
here because otherwise I'm just gonna be.
It's good that we're not monetizing any of this
Yes.
right now. So
Yeah, not yet.
all right, Jared, why don't you go ahead and step out of the room for us?
Oh,
and
man, this is BS.
and please make sure that you go pretty far away because I don't want you to hear any of the questions or the answers that Miles is.
Go get your mail. Go check your car. Go do whatever you got to do. And don't ask Stevie. Stevie might cheat for him. Okay.
All right, Miles. So here's how this is gonna work. As I'm sure you're aware, you're gonna have just a certain amount of time to do this. So we're gonna do 20 seconds because that's how long they do it on Family Feud.
Yes.
And I completely jacked their music for it.
Oh, perfect.
So we'll give you 20 seconds. We might bump it up to 30 since I kind of have to, I got a lot of stuff to do here.
So.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's earn some fast money.
Miles. Remember, this is the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Mhm.
Okay, here we go.
Die.
All right.
Jesus.
Okay. All right.
It is
So
very different when you're actually. It's like you can watch Family Feud and be like, this person's stupid. Like, why would you not say that? And then when you're actually
yeah,
up
the
here, it's
pressure's
like,
on.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'll go get the J man.
No, wait, hold on. We have to go through your answers first.
Oh yes, I got.
Would you mind? Oh, you don't have a calculator over there, do you? There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to keep track of the scores or the points for me here. And for those of you that are watching this after it's already been edited, it's gonna be nice for you because I'll have already put all this stuff
Yes.
in. But
Okay, I'm ready.
all right, name an occasion for which you might wear your lucky underwear. You said wedding. Survey says that was 7 points. Seven people said wedding.
Well, those 7 people are happily married, so.
We said name something a person might get caught in. You said trouble. Oh, sorry. Nobody
That was a
answered
good start.
trouble. All right, name something that people get removed from their body. You said appendix. That was 5 points.
Are you kidding me?
Appendix.
This is bad.
Name something you'd never sell even if you were flat broke. You said your soul.
That's gonna be 0.
It was 5
Let's go.
points for your immortal soul. And then finally, we asked you to name something you only want to do once. You said die.
So bad.
Survey says
That's so bad.
number 1 answer at 23.
Thank God. Okay, John, my total is 40.
Okay, Miles got 40. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's bad.
It looks pretty bad for you right now. You got almost the worst answer in every single category.
Damn.
But there's still a chance that Jared just totally throws.
Yes.
So,
We're praying on it. I will go get the J man.
Yep.
Jared. Yep. You're gonna lose. I just hope you know. You have a lot of ground to make up here.
Okay, Jared.
I hope you stretched, Miles, because
I didn't have
you're gonna be
time.
throwing those hips around.
Okay, so what I can tell you is that right now you have to beat a pretty staggering score of 40 points.
40?
40 points.
Is that good? Honestly, I've never seen.
We'll
Family
find
Feud.
out if it's good.
Is that good, John?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. I
think
feel much
it's-
better.
I think it's pretty terrible, actually.
Oh, okay, sweet. That's great.
Thank you,
Okay,
Steve Harvey.
so
Jeeve Harvey, sorry.
all right, Jared, we're gonna put 20 seconds on the clock. We only went like a second over, so believe it or not, it was more than enough time.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay, Jared, with 20 seconds on the clock. Oh, by the way, if you say an answer that has already been said, I'll give you a little to let you know. If you hear that noise, just say the next thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
All right, Jared. Name an occasion for which you might name something a person might do. Name something that name something you've never seen. All right. Oh wow, just in time too. Okay, no repeat answers. All right, Jared. And then here's right here is Jared's little face cam's gonna move up. We're gonna do a little thing
Ooh.
so you can see the graphic. We asked you to name an occasion for which you might wear your lucky underwear. You said job interview. Oh, by the way, you have to keep track of your own points
Oh, okay. All right.
because I'm using my
That's-
phone for
that's-
other things.
That's fine.
You said job interview, and you got 16 points.
Nice.
That was the second. The number 1 answer was a hot date or date.
Ooh, okay. All right.
We said name something a person might get caught in. You said a net.
That's gonna win you the game. That's gonna win you the game.
That was 5 points.
What?
Ooh.
What was the number one answer?
Number one answer was rain.
Oh,
Someone
what?
might
Okay.
get
Yeah,
caught
get
in the rain.
All right.
So I said, what was the first question again?
Dang, dude.
Oh, I said a wedding and then trouble. On trouble. So I'll give you my answer after.
Wedding is a good one for the underwear.
Mhm.
Wedding was
5
not,
points.
not as high. Number one answer was rain. Okay, yeah. Name something that people get removed from their body. You said gallbladder. And the survey shows that was only worth 4 points.
Mm.
Mole was the number one
Ooh,
answer.
mole. Okay.
Yes.
Dang.
We said name something you'd never sell even if you were flat broke. You said my children. That was worth 5 points.
Only 5?
Oh my god,
Only
I have a chance.
5.
I have a chance. Where are you
Uh,
at now?
the number one answer, by the way, was jewelry.
I'm at 30, so I need
You need 10 points.
10
Or
to
you need
win.
11 points. Stipulation, if we tie, which
John-
John said
John
is
has-
very unlikely,
John has to
twerk.
Okay, you
God.
said name something you only want to do once. You said get married.
They're going to win.
Survey shows that was worth 16.
Let's go, baby. Miles,
was
you're
the
cooked.
second-
I hope you stretched, bud.
I got the number one answer on that one too, which is die.
Yeah,
But I'm going to
Miles.
die right now, so I guess I will
I
die
hope
twice
you
in my
stretched,
lifetime.
Miles.
I don't
Yeah,
need to.
Really, really surprised at the performances. Not gonna lie, I thought you guys were gonna do a lot better.
That was what you thought we were gonna do better. Do you remember the Jeopardy episode?
Yeah,
that
we were
was
horrible at that.
horrific.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, we are not good at games on this show, but that's what makes us funny.
Well, I saw some TikTok comments in our stream about my shorts.
Oh,
Now,
that's you
like,
know what? That's
they're-
right. You wore the right shorts today.
I did, or the
Miles.
wrong shorts. You guys be the judge of that. But Jared, how about you kick us off with the segment? I'm gonna get
Okay.
my notes.
Are you ready? Listen,
Early.
hey, so last week I just want to put this out there. I rewatched that episode. You were not at 90 degrees like one time.
Did you
not
really
at
expect
one
me?
time, Miles. So I expect phenomenal form today from you in this twerk off.
let's get a sneak peek at the Miles camera.
It's actually just
I'm-
Miles' lower half.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Whole time.
decide if I just want to hold this camera the whole time, or if that's bad TV. It's probably bad TV.
Yeah, we should at least switch between. I think
Give the people what they want.
you're gonna do it facing the camera. Are you gonna?
John,
You're
should I
even
not
gonna
do that?
I think you should go from the side.
No, I think it's fine. It's just your pose. You just look like a frightened white woman.
I don't know how I feel about you facing me this direction either.
Well, you gotta pick one, baby.
Face the camera.
Okay.
I can't. Yeah, I can't handle that. I'm sorry.
This is how they get the true form right here.
This
so.
is what's gonna get
Can
us
you
the
can you
views,
angle it
actually.
so that you're a little more to the right?
it's actually just a thirst
Yeah.
trap.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Miles is getting his mic set up here.
I am a tall boy, so I need to.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta arch that back, baby girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I will. I'm waiting for Jared to start us off.
Okay. Well, NBA. All right. Oh, that's good. You better not stop moving the entire time.
Let's go.
All right. So the last day of the NBA season is coming up on April 12th.
April 12th.
And that's really why Miles is so excited. He's moving at a quick pace here.
I feel some jiggle.
I can't even. If you guys are listening on audio, please just go check this out. It is too good. And April 14th starts the play-in tournament. Now we already have some teams that have locked down their spots in the play-in tournament, mostly in the West. Miles is gonna be on that. I really appreciate his enthusiasm about it.
Very enthused.
But we have a couple guys that we want to talk about first before we get into that, and then we'll get into our predictions as well. So Miles, Luka Doncic, who I talked about last week, I touted very highly, is gonna be out for the rest of the regular season. Yeah, he injured himself, and he is actually currently in Europe trying to get that CMC treatment right now. So, which is kind of a weird way to say that as you're whatever you call
You don't talk to people like this.
You know,
This is a sports podcast. This is normal.
yeah, you're right. This is normal. This is a sports podcast. I appreciate this. I don't. Okay. Anyway,
Do you have any
thought? Yeah. So anyway, Luka, I hope he comes back for the playoffs because I called the Lakers my dark horse. I think that you grabbing the chair definitely
Well,
adds
it
a
makes it
level
more like sensual,
there.
but I kind of need the support right now. So,
yeah. Who do you have on your list, Miles?
I got another Laker. I got Austin Reeves. Same game that Luka got hurt. He got a grade 2 left oblique muscle injury. So he's expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks. Without Luka and Reeves, I think they're screwed in the first round. It's a lot to put on a 41-year-old LeBron James to to carry the team like that, but you know, if he's the GOAT, then he's going to advance the team and get his 2-star guards back. So that's a tough loss for the Lakers, not a tough loss for NBA fandom because I don't want to see him win in the first round. Do you, Jared?
I mean, whatever you say, Miles. Whatever you say. Next on my list, we want to talk about Giannis. The man is disgruntled. He says that he wants to play. The Bucks have benched him for the rest of the season. There's obviously some issues there. I saw some rumors that quite a few different teams have reached out to request a trade, and the Bucks are not budging. Miles, what are your thoughts?
They're
on
not.
that?
No, and he's been disgruntled for a long time. So who knows how this is going to shape out? But I think Giannis getting out is going to be the best thing for him because it's been a steep decline ever since that finals win 5 years ago.
Yeah, hey, I'm going to need to see a little more movement, Miles. You're starting to slow down a little bit, actually. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
All right, and was that it for Giannis?
Yeah, what you got next?
All right, well, we talked about it before. I can see it in the... Oh, let me adjust. I'm sorry. Okay. So, are the Kings tanking? This has already been an issue we've talked about, and the NBA has taken action on this, but there was an incident on Wednesday against the Warriors where Kings sources say was a strategy mistake by Coach Doug Christie and not intentional tanking tactics. We'll see about that.
Draymond Green had something to say about that.
He certainly did, yeah. And so at this point in the game, the Kings were leading by 1 with 3:15 in the game, and Coach Christie called for Doug McDermott to foul Seth Curry despite them being in the penalty. So that's going to send Seth Curry to the free throw line. I believe he wasn't even like across half court. So this quote strategy was just a misstep, and Christie wanted to use a timeout before he automatically lost it when the clock ticked below 3 minutes. So it's hard to see something like that and think a team like the Kings aren't doing that intentionally. And you can say that, you know, it was a strategy mistake.
Well, the Kings have already gotten in trouble this season
have.
for tanking, right?
They certainly
They've already
have.
been fined.
Yeah. And they're sending Seth Curry to the free throw line. And, you know, obviously the Kings, they're a lost cause this year, despite all the rule changes to prevent the tanking. It's still stuff like this is coming up. And it's kind of hard to turn a blind eye. And Draymond certainly didn't because he called him out. He called out, like, you know, players getting fined and the NBA wanting to take a lot of money. So he was kind of advocating for them to fine the Kings with stuff like this. So
The back and forth movement is
it gives my legs a little rest. Put it on my hips. Gonna cause waves like the ocean.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. All right. Well, moving on from that, I'm just losing my train of thought here.
I wonder
I'm
why.
So sorry.
You distracted?
Jason. I can't with you. Jason Tatum makes his return to MSG for the first time since tearing his Achilles 11 months ago. This is crazy. Can you believe that he came back? That he came back after 11 months ago. And I'm sorry. I'm out of here with this. My complete train of thought is lost. I think you're good too. Yeah, it's at this point it's too distracting.
It's gone on long
So, are you saying?
We'll wait for Miles to get set back up. I thank you for cutting it off, John.
Are you saying I was that good?
Well, I had to do a new one for the close up of the Jared like reaction shots.
Jared
because
cam.
you're
There we
so
go.
good.
At one point, I was just staring up here. I was like trying to not.
I don't mind if you look.
Yeah, I'm sure you do like that. I know you were
That
excited.
was kind of fun.
I feel like you threw that game.
I think like the conspiracy theorists out there that watch this are gonna think that this is all just like a very like thinly veiled like psyop to just get Miles like a 6-pack by the end of the year, because it's like every single one of these things has been
Very core related.
yes, yeah.
I'm gonna have thunder thighs by the end of this.
Yeah,
even
not
felt
if,
it in my
not
thighs
if
a
you're
little
doing
bit.
wall sits like that.
Well, if I'm doing it for like 5+ minutes, I think I deserve a little.
5?
That was a long time. It felt like eons.
It was pretty.
It was. Thank you, John. But yeah, so with as you were saying, Jason Tatum, first time back at the Garden.
I am proud of you, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm proud of Tatum. That 11 months for
Man.
an Achilles.
Dude, Boston has to be the team to beat in the East. I'm sorry, but they have to be the team to beat in the East with the way that Detroit is shaken up right now.
Mm-hmm.
And with the return of Jason Tatum, I think that is a scary dynamic that they have going on over there. And I don't think that the East is as competitive as it was. The only other team that I'd really be worried about is the Knicks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm fully with you there. I think Boston just is so deep.
Mm-hmm.
The roster is so good. And they're getting their star player back, like to full effect at this point. So
Yeah,
it runs through Boston, man.
Did you have anybody else on your list?
I did not.
Okay. Well, let's move on then to our play-in possibilities. So, Miles, go ahead. Why don't you kick us off? The West already has a bunch of players that, or not players, but teams that have already secured their spots. There's just a couple of questions between the Clippers and who else? Clippers and
Portland.
Portland to see who they're going to play.
Yeah, so as it's sitting right now, at the 10 seed is Golden State at 37 and 42.
Mhm.
Nobody's going to catch them. So all four of these teams are locked into the play-in.
Right.
It's just a matter of which seed, outside of Phoenix, who's locked into the 7 seed. It's going to be, how's it going to shake out? Because at number 9, Portland is at 40 and 40, and at number 8, the Clippers are at 41 and 39. That's one game difference. So how is that going to shake out with Phoenix being at 7 and 44 and 36? So that's 2 games left. Yeah, the Clippers can't catch them being ahead by 3. So we're gonna see how it unfolds, because it's gonna affect the matchups. But again, the teams are all gonna be the same no matter what.
Mhm.
But I know that the East isn't as cut and dry as that. I think there could still be some shakeup.
Yeah.
With the East in terms of their plan.
Yeah, absolutely. So nobody is secure for sure in the East yet. We don't know where anybody's going to be playing, when they're going to be playing, because the East is still very. It is not as competitive in the West as in the lower half of the East is just. They're just not as good, frankly. Their records aren't as good. They haven't played as well this season. But it is competitive in the sense that they're all very close, all kind of in this cluster within like 1 or 2 games. So at number 10, we got Miami, 41 and 38. Number 9, we got Charlotte at 43 and 37. 8, we got Philadelphia at 43 and 36. Orlando at 44 and 36. So those are the bottom 4, right? Right now, those would, if the season ended today, those would be the bottom 4 in the play-in. However, Orlando still has a shot to catch Toronto and Atlanta, who are both sitting at 44 and 35 and 45 and 35. So it's very close. It's going to be very tight coming down to the wire here. Sunday's going to be a big day. That last day of the season is not going to be for nothing. So
and every team
Toronto
plays
and
on Sunday,
right? And
15 games.
Exactly. Yep. So Toronto and Atlanta better hope that they can pull it together and secure those spots, so they don't have to worry about a play-in tournament.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, Miles, last week, I predicted 9 out of the 12 predictions correctly.
Correct. Yeah.
I was pretty proud of myself. I was pretty proud of myself. Sad about Denver and San Antonio. How'd you do last week?
I went 10-2.
Wow, 10-2.
I did.
Wow, good for you, Miles.
Yes. And I thought for sure, because when you wall sit and you make game predictions, as everyone does, you kind of black out. You don't know what you're saying,
as everyone does.
And John's this is a great episode so far.
This is a great episode. So many things have happened in this episide already.
So yeah, I obviously wasn't able to mark it on my thing while I was doing it, so I had to go back and listen. And yep, I went 10-2. So I thought for sure you were gonna have that over me because I had to have gotten all the ones we had the same right, and then the ones that we picked differently get right too.
Right.
But yeah, the Nuggets and Spurs one was huge. And there was one other one in there too that I can't remember right now. But yeah, I was proud of it. So.
I think you picked Charlotte.
I did.
I picked whoever they were playing. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was one of those games.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was a big one for you. All right. Well, this week we got all the Sunday games, so we're gonna do predictions for the last day of the regular season. So, Miles, Phoenix at OKC. Who you got?
I'll go with the Thunder.
Yeah, easy. Orlando at Boston.
Boston.
Yes, sir. Me too. Washington at Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Okay. Detroit at Indiana.
Detroit.
Yeah, it's going to be the Pistons. Atlanta at Miami.
Miami.
I'm taking Atlanta.
Okay.
Miami's sitting at that 10 spot. Atlanta's right at the 5. I'm going to stick with my guns there. I've been picking them for the last few weeks, and they have not let me down yet. All right.
Kuminga train.
Dude, I totally am. Charlotte at New York.
I'm going to go with New York.
Okay.
Johnny boy, if you don't mind doing our little puzzle for the TikTok live.
This is about to get exposed. All right. Milwaukee at Philadelphia.
Milwaukee at Philadelphia. I'll go Philly.
Yeah, me too. There is something so wrong with what's going on in Milwaukee right now, and I hope Giannis gets out of there.
Me too.
All right, Brooklyn at Toronto.
I'll go Toronto.
Yeah, me too. The Nets they're done. Chicago at Dallas.
I'll go Dallas.
Really?
They end on a home win.
I'm taking Chicago. All right, Memphis at Houston. Houston? Me too. New Orleans at Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yes, sir. Denver at San Antonio.
Denver.
Yeah, me too. I'm not gonna make that mistake twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It'll be a bummer though if they sit their starters for that game, and
yeah, because I'm just kind of like, I doubt Wemby's playing. He's expected to return before, but at that point, nobody's catching them. There's no point in him playing. So
right, exactly.
Unless
They should sit him
unless he wants to qualify for the player awards. Because I think he's like he needs to play.
Is he close?
I think so.
Okay, so maybe. All right, Utah at Lakers.
Lakers.
That's a tough one.
Think about Bronny, man.
Yeah, but Bronny.
Bronny running point.
Yeah,
that was some magic.
Yeah, with Luka on the bench for sure. I'll take the Lakers too. Golden State at the Clippers.
The Clippers have been hot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the Clippers.
All right, man. Clips it is. All right, man.
And we got Uno Mas, the Kings at the Blazers.
Yes, you are correct. I'm sorry, I totally skipped that. I'm gonna take the Kings. End on a high note for Sack.
I'll take the Blazers.
Okay.
Got some disagreements in there.
That's all right. Yeah, quite a few actually.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, moving on. It's time to talk about the NFL. Now, it is not NFL season, but the NFL draft is right around the corner, and we have a little bit of drama for you guys. Nothing too crazy, but something that we really want to talk about is NFL draft quarterback landing spots. But before we get into that, Dexter Lawrence wants out of New York. This could be an opportunity for the Giants to secure another weapon, or for Jackson Dart, or even draft bolster with draft picks. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens there. John Harbaugh said that he's not opposed to trading him, but he would also like to see him on the field. So,
well, when you're trading a guy like that away, you need to make sure you're getting a good package, because he's still very productive.
Yeah.
And he's going to make your defensive line that much better. So you want him on the field. If you're going to trade him away, you need to make sure you're getting the good assets, because he's going to be touted too. I think he's going to be very popular on the trade market.
Yeah, I
sure.
think so as well.
So,
all right. So NFL draft quarterback landing spots. We have the top 7 quarterbacks according to a source that I forgot to name.
was one of them.
I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was CBS, something like that. But I don't currently have that source, which is unfortunate. But we took the top 7, and what we're gonna do is, I don't know how Miles set his up, but I have a little bit of a breakdown of these players and what their strengths and weaknesses are, and then where I think that they're gonna land round and pick. So
I have mine in numerical order.
Okay.
Cool. From just where they're going to be drafted. So how about you start, and then you can give your synopsis, and then we'll go one.
Why don't you start, actually, because we have them in order anyway. So go ahead.
Well, obviously, this is as chalk as you can get Fernando Mendoza going number 1 to the Raiders.
Right.
The way he played for Indiana in that championship game too, he kind of took them on their back, especially with that one run on 4th down. That was huge.
Right.
Speaking of huge, he is a big guy. I think he's like 6'5", 220 something.
Mm-hmm.
So him with Clint Kubiak, you got Tom Brady in the building. He's going to have Genty in the backfield. They still need to repair that offensive line for sure. Don't want to see him get killed. And they signed Kirk Cousins recently too. He's going to be a great bridge, somebody that Mendoza can pick the brain of, have that voice in his ear. I think it's going to work out well.
Yeah, I agree with you. Obviously, Mendoza is going to be round 1, pick 1. The 6'5", 236 quarterback out of Indiana. Some strengths for him. He's a quick decision maker and will make throws under pressure. A weakness for him is he kind of has poor pocket awareness, and he has a tendency to take a lot of sacks. And so, especially playing for the Raiders, who we've seen have struggled to protect the quarterback over the years, that could be an issue. Now, the Raiders have put a lot of work into bolstering that offensive line. I assume that they're going to continue to do that throughout the draft, right? That'll be really important. I'm sure that'll be high on their to-do list. But, I think the fact that he doesn't have to be out there early, right? They have Kirk Cousins that they can start the season off with. I think that puts him at a huge advantage. So,
well, yeah, and you can't make these guys shell shocked anymore. I think we've seen it too many times, and I think Brady knows that too. Kubiak, he doesn't want to subject him to that. So
yeah,
but yeah, I believe in Mendoza. And they got to clean up the pocket awareness, knowing that the pocket's going to be closing in fast with the state of their offensive line right now.
Absolutely.
So, okay, well.
Next on our list, we got Ty Simpson out of Alabama, the 6'1", 211 quarterback. Miles, where you got him going?
I got him going number 31, and that is originally New England's pick. I think they're going to trade with the Cardinals.
Wow, really?
Yes.
You think so? You think he's going to fall that far?
I think he will. I think the earliest he would go is like 20, but I just don't think. I think these teams in the back half of these rounds are going to be more willing to take a flyer on these other quarterbacks we have here on day 2 and day 3, as opposed to overdrafting Ty Simpson, because that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be. I would still say that that's an overdraft, especially trading up for him. I think it is a lot, but with the way that they've handled their quarterback situation this offseason, I think they would make a move for it, because I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets took him at 33 right in front of Arizona at 34. So they would want to try and jump and get their guy.
So I have him going to a team who is known for risky drafting. But this is also a team that has 2 first-round picks. They're picking at number 2, and they're also picking at number 16, which is where I think Ty Simpson is going to go, and that is the Jets. Ty Simpson has really polished footwork. He's accurate in short and medium field, but his weaknesses, I would say he's only got 1 year of starting experience.
15 starts.
Right. That is not a large sample size to go off of, but it's not unlike the Jets to make a move like this. So,
No,
especially with the 2 first-round picks there.
It wouldn't surprise me, but I think because of all the draft capital they've got, and for next year too, I think they have like 4 or something crazy next year.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to wait for their guy.
It is possible. Yeah, it's
Um,
possible.
And I have them later in this mock draft with the quarterbacks too. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna handcuff themselves to Ty Simpson in the first round. Maybe at 33 if he falls to him, but I think
They have
16.
3 first-round picks?
I don't think this year, but I know that they have a handful next year in the
Okay,
first round.
interesting.
So
All right, well, next, Miles, on our list, we got Cole Payton out of North Dakota State, 6'3", 233. Where do you think he's going?
Cole Payton's going to the Jets in round 5, pick 179.
Wow.
I think they're going to take, like I said, I think they'll take a flyer on somebody to have behind Geno Smith.
Okay.
But and another reason too, Aaron Glenn could be fired by Halloween. He could be a midseason fire. Do you want to pair a top tier draft prospect that you invest your capital in to a guy who is going to get fired mid-year? You know, that I think that's dysfunctional. And I think the Jets know that, and they're just going to be looking for the future as of right now. So, but I still think they're going to take a flyer on Cole Payton in the 5th round.
Okay. I have him going in the 2nd round at pick number 53 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's built like a running back with good arm strength, but again, only has 1 year as a starter, and he holds the ball too long.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, he can sit behind Aaron Rodgers for a year, a guy who with a really quick release, known for a quick release, right? And he can learn, and I think that he's kind of got a Ben Roethlisberger style build, and so I think that could be a good fit for him there.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, maybe it's a little high.
I definitely think it's high for Cole Payton for sure. But who do we got next?
Next on our list, we got Garrett Nussmeier out of LSU, 6'2", 203.
I have Garrett Nussmeier going to the Steelers in round 3, pick
Okay.
number 99, because you got Mike McCarthy there now.
Mhm.
Obviously, he wasn't the one who selected Dak Prescott in the 4th round, I believe, but he made it work with him. Some of his best years were with Mike McCarthy, and they obviously need to look into the future without Aaron Rodgers. And so I think taking a day 2 guy who is big and, you know, still needs some working on with the intangibles, but I think that's something Mike McCarthy would feel comfortable with, trying to take a flyer on that. And like you said too, with Cole Payton, he'd be sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, and he'd be able to learn and try to see if that experiment works. And the Steelers haven't taken a 1st-round quarterback since Kenny Pickett, and they're always in that spot where they're not bad enough to get one of the top guys, but they're not and they're just good enough to where they're in the middle of the pack.
They're consistently 1 game over 500, right?
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I have him going to the Rams actually at in the 2nd round at pick number 61. Again, they already have Matthew Stafford there, but Matthew Stafford is no spring chicken, right? He's getting older. You could see him retiring next season or maybe even the season after, right? And this could be an opportunity for the Rams to get their guy, train him up a little bit, and have him sit behind Matthew Stafford, who is a high IQ quarterback, which is something that I tout Garrett Nussmeier on. So high IQ quarterback with good pocket manipulation. These are also things that they have built this system around in LA, right? That's something that Sean Payton is going to want. The only thing is he is a little bit short for a quarterback, and his arm strength is just average. So they'd be losing a little bit on the deep ball. That's not to say that that's not something that can be worked on, right? People said that about Lamar Jackson too at times, right? Coming out of college, but Lamar Jackson he got yoked in his sophomore year, right?
He did.
Not sophomore year, but sophomore season in the NFL. So, those are things that can be worked on for sure. Next on our list, we got Cade Klubnik out of Clemson, 6'2", 210. Where you got?
This one I just kind of threw at the wall. He's the last one drafted on my list. I'm gonna have him going to the Falcons at pick 215, 6th round. Just another flyer. And the Falcons have made a lot of interesting moves this offseason that
right.
kind of boggle the mind a little bit. This one would seem kind of on brand. It'd be on theme for what they've been doing so far.
Okay.
So, and you're still unsure with Michael Penix. You just signed Tua. Neither of them. Obviously, Tua is not going to be the answer. He's on a vet minimum. You're signing just to fill out the quarterback room. And Michael Penix, you're still seeing if he's going to turn into the guy that you drafted him at pick number 9 to be.
Right.
So, but you can add him to that quarterback room, be on the practice squad for Cade Klubnik. So
the squad.
I was hoping you guys wouldn't point that out.
Well, I have Cade Klubnik going to the Colts in round 5, pick 160. This is also my lowest pick in this draft.
Okay.
He is effective in the RPO. He's a good runner. He does well rolling out to his right, struggles hard rolling out to his left. If you can't do both, it's going to be a tough time in the NFL. However, the Colts, are they going to be looking for a solution past Daniel Jones if injuries start to pile up, right? Are they going to be looking for an insurance policy there? I know some people are saying that they'd be crazy to move on from Anthony Richardson, but are they at a point where they're deciding that just didn't work out?
Right.
So I guess, we'll see what happens there. At number 6, we got Drew Aller out of PSU, 6'5", 235. This is by far, well, not by far, but he is one of the tallest quarterbacks in this draft.
He is a mountain of a man.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Where you got him going?
I'm going to have him going to, let's see. Where did I go here? I'm going to have him going to the Colts at pick 156.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I know that I think the Anthony Richardson experiment is over.
Yeah.
They just got Daniel Jones. They re-signed him, and they're gonna want. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be the smartest thing after kind of doing that with Anthony Richardson, the really beefy big guy with very raw intangibles as of right now. And I know I'm on fire right now, and that's exactly what Drew Aller is. He is, you can hoist him up to be the next Josh Allen because that's the build he has, but he's still got to polish his craft in terms of playing in the NFL, and you could see these errors even in college.
Right.
So the idea of Drew Aller is sexy, but he's going to have to do a lot of work. But if Shane Steichen sticks around, maybe he could deserve a second chance at an Anthony Richardson type of prospect who you're not going to be drafting in the first round. You're taking a flyer on him.
Well, I have him going in the 5th round, similar, but he's not making it to 156. I have him going at 130 to the Dolphins.
Okay.
Now he's a naturally gifted thrower. He's got a huge arm, right? This is what he's being touted on, right? He's a big guy, can throw the deep ball. The issue that I have with him is inconsistent footwork, and he struggles under pressure. Right. So I think that those are things that you can kind of overcome, but that's not a guy that you're going to put out there this season, right? Which is why he's falling to pick number or round number 5.
Yes. Yeah. Same round right there. And then we got one more.
Yeah. And finally, we got Carson Beck out of Miami, 6'4", 225. And I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be surprised that he's ranked this low on our list, but we literally pulled this off of the internet, so I'm just going to be honest with you.
Carson Beck, he has a lot of college football experience.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. And he's coming out of Miami, and I think he's going to stay in Miami. He's getting picked by the Dolphins at pick 140 in the 4th round.
Wow.
I think it'll be
He does kind of look like Ryan Tannehill.
A little bit. Yeah, like kind of a punchable face, but
He does have a punchable
he
face.
does.
Yeah,
And
for
they
sure.
just signed Malik Willis. They said goodbye to Tua, and this is going to put. I surely hope that's not going to put any pressure on Willis.
You know what I think Carson Beck looks like? You know, in Finding Nemo, the blue fish with like the really big buck teeth, and he's like, "Oh my God, Nemo's
Oh.
swimming out into the sea."
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I think of when I look at Carson Beck.
You know what, man? Oh, I can't think of his face. I just every time I see it, I'm like, man, you got one of those faces, huh? But yeah, I think he's gonna stay in Miami.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Well, I don't have him staying in Miami, man. I have him staying in a warm place, but it's not humid.
He's going to Arizona.
Round 3, pick number 65. He's going to the desert, baby.
Yeah.
He's going to the desert, and this is something that I could see the Cardinals doing. It is right up there with what they would do, and in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they picked him sooner because that's just what the Cardinals do.
Ooh, man. Well, here's what I'll say. I would much rather draft back in the 3rd round than trade up for Ty Simpson.
Okay.
Because you're
Yeah.
still not handcuffing yourself. He can be a project in a
Right.
room with Gardner Minshew and Jacoby Brissett, but still have your option in 2027.
Yeah.
If you do that with Ty Simpson, you got to kiss your 2027 quarterback class goodbye.
Listen, the Cardinals have already gone down the road of a short quarterback. They don't need another one in Ty
Exactly.
Simpson,
Well,
so
and you know
I think
they're
going to be looking at the 6'4", 225 guy.
and the ironic part about that is that the year before they traded up for Josh Rosen, and that was a horrible year. And then they draft Kyler Murray, number 1 overall, the very next year.
This is a hilarious conversation.
Yeah, very dysfunctional, but I wouldn't mind Carson Beck.
Let me give my analysis here on Carson Beck. Accurate with a strong arm.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of interceptions.
Yes.
But you know what? That's what you're used to over there in Arizona. I think you'd fit right in.
He kind of has the, Kyler's ratio wasn't the worst. It wasn't good, but it wasn't the worst.
I don't know about that. He threw interceptions in over 50% of his games or something like that. Is what we talked about.
He had like 2 point something to 1 ratio.
Yeah.
It's still not great, but I mean, you know,
I'd like to see that for like the last 2 years, though. That would be interesting to see.
yeah. He had his gunslinger years, and that's basically what Carson Beck is. He's gonna be a very worse version of Brett Favre. So, well, that is our mock draft for the quarterbacks. Let's see how that shakes out. Probably the only one we get right is Fernando Mendoza.
Be crazy if he dropped like something crazy
Yeah.
happened, like he got a DUI or something, and he drops to like the 4th round, and then all of the rest of them are
yeah.
accurate. That would be nuts.
That'd be Shador 2.0. But Shador's stats weren't that good coming into the NFL season.
Mhm.
But we got 3 stats, so we're gonna try to guess. It is the guess that stat. We haven't done this in a minute. So
Do you mind if I go first?
Go
Just
for it,
just
man.
based off the. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm excited. I'm a little excited
Okay.
for mine. I actually did 3. So
yeah, I did 3 too.
You did 3 as well?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So, Miles, in 2019, this team became the first since 1970 to draft a quarterback in the 1st round and then draft another quarterback, number 1 overall the very next year.
Arizona, baby.
Who are we talking
Hell
about?
yeah.
Josh Rosen and Kyler Murray.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's how you do it in the desert, bitch. Hell yeah.
And then release him a couple years later.
They traded him to Miami the very next year. They got a 2nd round pick out of it.
Not Josh Rosen.
Oh, Kyler, yeah.
Yeah.
They did flip Rosen for like, I was kind of impressed, but at the time, but yeah,
I forgot about
Kyler,
that one.
you let him go.
I can't believe they took Josh Rosen over Josh Allen.
Traded up for Josh Rosen.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
It's even worse. You could have had Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I think about it all the time. But I mean, with that being said, I don't think Josh Allen would be Josh Allen if he got
Yeah.
drafted to the Cardinals.
It's true.
So,
Yeah, very true. All right, what you got?
all right, this quarterback tied the NFL record for throwing 7 touchdowns in a game against the Giants. So he didn't set the record; he tied it. I believe it. I saw that 8 different quarterbacks have done this.
He
getting-
tied the record for throwing
Of 7, yeah. And I have the date for you if you
in
want.
a game. Yeah, give me the date.
2015, November 1st.
Drew Brees.
Correct.
I watched this game. It was insane.
And
It
Eli
was
went off too.
Oh yeah, it was a shutout. Or not a shutout.
Shootout.
Shootout. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was an awesome game. It was super fun to watch. And as soon as I heard you say that, I immediately thought Drew Brees, but I was just like, I got to know the date just to be sure. Because I was like, man, Miles might do something tricky here. But
Eli, yeah, I mean, I think the final score is 42-39. Eli threw for
super
6
high-scoring.
touchdowns.
Yeah. It was
Crazy.
crazy. It was just bam, 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 bam.
Yep.
Awesome game to watch. I'll
Yes.
never forget that one. All right, Miles. From 2007 to 2018, this team drafted 10 wide receivers in the 3rd round or higher, with only one of them ever eclipsing 1,000 yards.
2007 to 2018.
So 11 years. 11 years they drafted 10 wide receivers in the 3rd round or higher, and only one ever eclipsed an 1,000-yard season.
Is this also the Cardinals?
You betcha, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there have been a lot of bad wide receivers coming into this organization.
You don't think
and
they're
some
going to
head
trade up for
scratchers.
Ty Simpson, man? I don't know, dude. That's that number 3 overall pick is going to come in handy.
Oh my God, that would be so gross negligence if they took him at number 3. God,
What
it'd
you
be
got
horrible.
next?
Okay, this player had 5 carries for 1 yard and scored 3 touchdowns in the same game. 5 carries, 1 yard, 3 rushing touchdowns.
Ooh, 5 carries, 1 yard. I know
2004.
2004. Gosh, I know who this is.
You do know who this is.
Yeah. I've seen this a bunch. This is gonna drive me nuts. What's his name?
Do you know what
Was
team he played for?
Was he playing for the Lions?
Steelers.
Steelers? Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Give it to me.
Jerome Bettis.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, crazy stat.
That is a crazy
Gnarly.
stat.
I wonder what that would look like on fantasy.
Yeah.
What would that be?
That would actually be nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be nuts.
that would be what? Because you get. Would that be 19 point? No, it wouldn't. It would be whatever.
Yeah, whatever it would be. That would be crazy though. All right, Miles. From 2017 to 2022, this team drafted at least one Pro Bowl or All Pro player in every single year.
2017 to 2022.
Mhm.
One Pro Bowl or All Pro player. Man,
Let me give you a hint. It's not the Cardinals.
I definitely knew that. Yeah. Wow. Something about this reeks of 49ers.
You know it, baby.
Yeah.
San Francisco 49ers.
You really had to put me down and then kick me while I was there with those 3. That's evil.
Yeah, I took you behind the
But yeah, because I was thinking about, I mean, what was that? George Kittle, Fred Warner, Nick
Mhm.
Bosa,
Mm-hmm.
man, Ayuk. Because that's 5 years, right?
Yeah, Debo Samuel.
Debo Samuel.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for that.
Womp womp.
Okay. Numero tres. This quarterback's first completed pass in the NFL was caught by himself. He got batted in the air and he caught it.
You got it.
First NFL pass.
You got a year?
1992.
Oh, okay. Battered in the air, 1992. Trying to think of who was even playing in the 90s. Was it Brett Favre?
John with the lifeline
The
assist.
assist.
It is Brett Favre.
How did you
Yeah.
know that?
I grew up in a Packers household.
Nice. Nice.
That's hilarious. Or you can just say you had a trusty computer right in front of him.
You should have just been like, I just know ball, man.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
just know ball. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We apologize for the technical difficulties, and I'm sure we'll do some editing on the back end and make sure that our final product is pretty clean. But yeah, we appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Check out the Instagram. Check out the TikTok. Miles is always putting great stuff out there. He put out a super funny clip from honestly, our last 2 clips that we've put out are they're gold.
I wasn't really laughing, but yeah,
I mean,
for the masses.
it's
but...
been funny for me. So yeah, check those out. And remember, just because you have the first pick doesn't mean it's your year. We'll see you next week.